product for this one? Okay. Seth, the second one. Yeah. Okay. Number 3, Elliot. Yeah. At this point, did anybody notice something? Besides foiling? Oh. There are operations on the thing. Okay, so did we notice that you're multiplying a binomial times itself? Right? Okay. So yeah, this is the same as x minus 3 squared, and this is the same as x plus 2 squared, right? All right, how about this number 4, Amy? What's that product? Okay. What is something that, is there a pattern that you notice with any of this? Like, did anybody notice like any patterns with this number right here? Abby? Okay. So what is half of 8? 4. Interesting. What is half of 4? Interesting. What's half of 6? 3. Interesting. No, 6 doesn't. Okay. All right, now what about this one? Half of 20 is 10, but I don't see that. Oh, so like these are 10 right here? Interesting, isn't it? Okay. Thank you, Amy. All right, Gavin, on the back side, what is the product for the first one? Interesting. Amelia, the second one. Abby, the third one. X squared minus 16. Preston, the fourth one. Interesting. Why do I keep saying that this is interesting, Abby? Because all regular x's cancel each other. Our O and I term, our middle terms canceled out. Why did that happen?
No, not with the O and I out.
Why? Why did in all of these they canceled?
Because they have different operations in the parentheses.
Okay, well, so does like x minus 2 times x plus 4, but that doesn't happen with that one.
Because they're different numbers. It has to be the same number.
Oh, so it's the same binomial, but with opposite signs. Did he steal your thunder?
You just can't keep up.
Okay. That is really cool that that happened. Keeping that out, can you please in your student journals turn to page 216? No, you're gonna not yet, but later. No, not yet, because I need it. I don't need it. You're gonna need it. I'm gonna need to reference it during notes.
What's your worst grade?
Don't do it. Thanks.
I haven't watched this since I got out of school.
That's not true. That's not true at all.
I don't remember where I got it. No, I actually.
216. Okay. You are focused on me. You are focused on me. Sounds very selfish, but you are focused on me right now. We are focused on page 216. Okay, so today's section is all about special patterns. Okay, and we have some special patterns that happened on this warm-up that I gave you. The first special pattern was what we call the square of a binomial. And what happens when we square a binomial? First thing, what I want you to understand is that a plus b, the quantity squared, means a plus b times a plus b. Write that down. Because somebody on the quiz is going to say this is a squared plus b squared, and I'm going to lose my mind. Don't be that person.
A plus B.
Good job, Peyton.
I gotta catch you.
What?
I don't know. No, I did not.
216.
Yes. Okay, a minus b, the quantity squared, means a minus b times a minus b. Now, when we multiply those out,
Oh.
it said help us. And then they wrote, nope, I believe in you to survive and
That's what I
thrive.
did last time, but that's not mine.
I saw that.
Okay, that was a fun little distraction. Hey, now, what is really fun? Oh, and Nathan's just tearing down my wall back there.
What's going on?
It's falling. It's totally not.
Oh.
I'll fix it. So what's totally fun about these is when we have the square of a binomial, notice that, which is what I hope you are noticing in your warm-up, that our outside and our inside product are going to be the same. So those essentially just, they double up, okay? For example, okay, if we have, so right, do you see where it says notes right here? I want you to write x minus 6, the quantity squared. Okay. Please make sure you rewrite this. X minus 6, the quantity squared, is not x squared minus 36.
Huh?
Exactly what he wrote.
Wait, what?
This is not x squared minus 36. This is x minus 6 times x minus 6. No, because when we FOIL this, we get x squared minus 12x plus 36.
I'm really good. I have so many pens. I just can't. Is there a pair of pens? Why?
Let me get your page 216 is where we're at. Okay. So what I want you to do, I want you to go over to page 217, and can you please find me the products for 1 and 2? Don't pull a Preston. What? Mhm.
Don't do that.
I didn't like everything. It was wild.
Girl, I'm not supposed to do this. I don't know. Anyways.
That's a nice apple pear.
Thank you.
Oh, that's a 6. Yeah.
It won't work. That's a top tier pen right there.
That is.
Yep.
That's like a
Writes
$300
an
pen.
invisible ink.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. It would be possible. Oh, yeah.
And then the back is the little flashlight that you can see it.
I don't see the flash.
Yeah, I don't see a flash.
It's a bait. That's a Hall of Fame disguise right there.
It's a good charger.
Wait, does it like work?
Sophia! You're
I'm sure you have to
right.
plug it into your phone. What is it doing?
Oh, I have to. Oh, so if I plug it into the phone, then it connects and I can use it.
Oh my god.
Gosh.
So many ideas. I connected to the TV speakers through my phone yesterday.
Really?
What, Avery?
So I was playing music
That I can help.
during wrestling.
Oh, that is perfect.
That is, yeah.
Literally perfect.
That song is what happened.
When we write a plus 3 times a plus 3. Avery, what's our answer for number 1? Okay. And in number 2, when we write b minus 2 times b minus 2, and we FOIL that, Reagan, we get? Okay. Do you feel like I've taught you anything new?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay, really? I'm just making sure that you rewrite it like this so you do not pull a Preston.
Okay, yeah, true.
That's what I'm going to call it.
That's an Apple stylus pen, period.
Okay, let's look at number 8. Number 8, 2a minus 3b times 2a minus 3b. What's our first product? 4a squared. Our outside would be negative 6ab. Our inside also negative 6ab. And our last would be a positive 9b squared. So I guess here's the biggest thing I want you to realize from this. Well, 2 things. First and foremost, if you have a binomial squared, that's like a 2-term polynomial raised to the 2nd power. If you have a binomial squared, you have to rewrite it so that you can FOIL. Okay. The second, less important thing that I want you to realize about this is that when we have a binomial squared, your outside and inside products are going to match every time. That is something that I was hoping you were going to notice on that warm-up this morning. And by this morning, I mean the first part of class, so the morning of class. Okay. This afternoon, okay? Your middle terms should be the same. Are you good, Elliot? Oh, you were just waiting. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's go back to here. The second most important, well, this is probably a more important pattern to understand than the square of the binomial, okay? Yes.
The number 8, how would you put that into like the
Okay. So at this point, like the A's would come first, and then because it's alphabetical, and then so I would keep it in this order right here. So the a squared the first, and the b squared at the last. Does that make sense? Okay, that is a good question. Didn't even think about that. All right. So this is what we call a difference of squares. Why do we call it a difference of squares? Well, when we have a plus b times a minus b, and we FOIL, like on the back side of your warm-up, those middle terms canceled out, right? And we are left with the difference of two squared terms. Thank you. Okay, so if we, write with me, take x plus 4 times x minus 4. Those binomials are the same except for the fact that one has addition and one has subtraction. Well, when we FOIL, our inside and our outside product are going to cancel out. And we are left with x squared minus 16. That's going to happen every time you have binomials that are the same except for the operation in between. And what's happening is we're getting x squared minus 4 squared. Now we're going to write it as 16, but it is the difference of two squared terms. That's why we call it that. Abby.
Is that also how you know if you're correct? Like if you have a plus and a minus and they cancel out the middle.
Yeah. So eventually you're going to see a difference of squares and not even have to FOIL because you know those are going to cancel out. That's what I'm hoping we get to eventually. I'm never going to be upset about you showing work. However, eventually I am totally fine with you not showing this work because we're going to do enough of these that we know when we have a plus b times a minus b, we're getting the difference of squares.
This one's that we're doing the extra practice. Are we ever gonna have to do one with just square?
Just square. Okay. We'll save the cubes for algebra 2. Okay. All right. So let's go over here and let's look at number 11. Okay. So do you notice how in number 11, we have the same thing, but one has addition and one has subtraction. Okay. So when we do our FOILing, our middle terms should cancel out and we are left with the difference, that's subtraction, of two squared terms. Drilling. Okay. All right, Peyton.
Okay.
What would the product be here?
Excuse me, sir. This is my
T
problem.
squared.
So t squared minus.
I know.
121.
Man, you guys are awesome. So awesome that I'm gonna give you some time to start your homework. Yay!
What? You're less likely. Sophia, you just messed up the logic. If you have more time to start it, you have less homework.
Thank you, Abby. I really needed that.
That's not the point.
Don't let him get to you.
Okay, our homework is 3 through 10 and 15 to 24. So it's on the board right here. It's 3 through 10 and 15 to 24. Amelia, you want to just go write that up with one of my markers? 3 through 10, 15 to 24.